Alright, so today on Crusade Tuesday, new lore just dropped. Are you ready? Because I'm sure as hell ready. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it.
So what is Goetic magic? You don't cast spells to use Goetic magic. You ask, you plead, you bargain. You usually offer blood, and usually much worse than blood, in exchange for something else. Because Goetic magic isn't drawn from nature or the stars. It's pulled straight from the gut of hell. It's a rebellion against God, against death, against everything sacred and natural. The power may come from torment. The act of suffering, torture, sacrifice, pain is what fuels it. Well, maybe what fuels it. But others in lore claim it's not a rebellion at all. Just another cog in God's plan. These heretics were born to do this, fated to drag the world down inch by inch, like it was always part of God's main plan. Because how can something rebel against God and not act in the nature that God made it act in? If God is all-powerful and planned everything, how can you go against God's plan? But whatever version is true, that doesn't matter. One thing remains consistent amongst all these, beliefs that people in the lore have. Humans can't use this power directly. They're not built for it. Instead, they beg their demon patron, creatures made of Goetic magic. And after they beg and the demon agrees, the demon grants them their power. Sure, but the demon demands something back, usually blood, sometimes souls, but they always have to give something. And one gift these demons like to dangle over their followers is longevity. They let their little priests live long, not forever, but long enough to taste luxury, to outlast kings, to grow real scared of dying. And the longer they live, the more desperate they get to keep it going. First, it's a few sacrifice, then it's a whole village, then a whole city, because the life extension that the demons offer, it runs thin. Every new ritual buys less time than the last, until the only thing that works is total horror. Whole armies dragged to altars, innocents burned. That's where the golden calf comes in. These aren't statues for worship, they're power sources. These golden calves are towering idols, carted into battle on great iron crawlers, beckoning black smoke, and hung with the bones of the faithful. At their feet, heretic priests carve ruins into flesh and whisper the old words. When the fires of the calf roar, reality bends. Guns fire nonsensical smoke. Barbed wire wakes up and moves on its own. Soldiers go blind from seeing too much. And the demons, those envious little shits, always competing on who has the most. None more vicious than Marlaunch, the serpent head of envy. He's the one who loves the calf the most, claims he helped shape it, says it reminds him of what he can't have. See, back before the fall, Moloch was one of the seraphim, higher than high, but even with all his specter, God never let him create. That power, it went to us, humans, fragile mortals, weak, and yet gifted with something Moloch
was denied the ability to bring life into the world. The envy burned him hollow, so now he takes, especially children, wants to rip that gift away from us piece by piece. His priests, twisted black-robed fanatics, they light fires under the golden calf and toss in sons and daughters as kindling, parents made to watch their screams music to Moloch, because it isn't just death he wants, it's loss. They say in his palace, deep within the sixth circle, Moloch bathes in the blood of children and the tears of their mothers. They say his halls are lined with cradles that never rock, and names that only grieving mothers remember. He creates things to mock God, twisted half-living soldiers, stitched from the shreds of angels. They fight, they kill, but they don't live, not really, and that burns him even more. So that fire burns brighter, the sacrifice gets worse, and somewhere out in the ash-choked smokes of the distant battlefields, the golden calf opens its mouth again, and Moloch watches. Hey, thanks for watching. As I said before, I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, because I have another video coming out either this week or next week. Let's hope this week. Okay, bye!